microphone. I'm currently broadcasting. I'm playing .hack GU Last Recode. And what this game is it's essentially a remake of several .hack games that came out on the PS2 and a new volume. So that's cool. I've played the first two, Rebirth and Reminisce. I've not played Redemption. I own all of these on the PlayStation as well, so, or PS2. So this is the PS4 version, and, yeah, let's get into it. And Rebirth. That's good. Yeah, I've also got Discord up. I've got the microphone right next to my laptop, so hopefully you can hear it. Right now, the only person in the chat is Icy, so yeah. Okay. Maybe it's the TVs coming in through it. How's it going, Jacob? And how's it going, Scott? Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hope you're having a good turkey day. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how to get this so you can hear Discord too, but... Unless I were to, like, log in on my phone and put the phone, like, right next to the microphone. This is actually a really cool series. If you've never heard of .hack, it was a really popular anime back in the day, early 2000s. All about an online role-playing game with weird side effects, like someone was able to, or not was able to, but someone actually had like some sort of biofeedback that caused their consciousness to go into the game. So their body was stuck in a coma, but their consciousness was in the game. It's kind of interesting. I'll let the cutscenes and everything play while it's going. Yeah, I think .hack's sign was
Whoa, this is cool.
Like 2000. It's fairly old by way of comparison.
Hey! Hey, you! You, the adept rogue! Yeah, you! I'm talking to you! So, I take it this is your first time playing this game?
Yeah, I just finished installing it to my PC.
Well, if you wish, we will be honored to show you around.
No one talks like that in real life.
I am sure you would like to become well acquainted as soon as possible.
Just say yes and come along with us. I promise you won't regret it.
All right, it is decided then. Here, I'll hand you my member address.
Member addresses are short email addresses that you can only use in the world. Short mail allows you to instantly send and receive messages from any player online in the world.
You can only invite people that you have member addresses for to join into your party.
All right, so let's open the menu.
Immediately
This
log out.
is a list of all the people who have a member address.
It's like, hey, invite me to a party. I just log out. I'd so do something like that. Invite.
Okay, let's have some fun.
I am honored to lend you my sword.
Okay, great. Now your party is complete. Remember, you can only invite people logged into the world.
Enough with the formalities. Should we go on to your first adventure?
Holy shit. And so playing it on the PS2, it's not nearly as fast, so it's like going at fucking light speed. Bye, dude. Oh.
This is a transporter called the Chaos Gate. Players can use this to travel from the root town to other locations. Choose Warp menu. In the world, all locations except for root towns, fields, and dungeons are called areas.
You can warp to these areas by combining 3 words at the Chaos Gate.
These words determine the type of area, monster strength, and so on. All right, let's try out the word selection. Choose area word from the menu. This is where you input the words. The thing at the top is the word plate. You combine the 3 words in here to create the area you want to go. The gyro at the left of the screen shows your current stock of words. You can get more words by getting information from other players, emails, and forums. Okay, why don't you give it a try? Let's start with the first
See
word.
you later, Scott. Sorry, I didn't notice the side chat. I'm just trying to get through the tutorial.
Choose courageous from your stock. Okay,
Courageous,
now you can go to
engaging.
your first area. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. See the mark left of the area word? That's a server symbol. It indicates the server you're currently in.
Delta.
Right now, it's showing triangle for Delta.
So we're currently Delta Courageous Engaging Daydream.
So, as you can see, we are all in the Delta server.
If it's a different server, you'll go to another area even with the same area word.
I was just noticing in the Discord chat, Mustafa the Savage. Social justice never takes a break, except for Christmas parades, apparently. Yes, apparently they do. And then they block you on Twitter when you point it out.
Pay attention to the server symbol when invited to an area by a friend.
If you want to know more, just check out some of the forums. All right, then we're off to Delta Courageous Engaging Daydream.
Area warp. I figured I'd play for a little bit. Show off a little bit of the game.
So, we've all been transported to a field.
Open your map to take a look at the layout.
God, I'm not a baby!
This is the area map. Use this screen to check current position, mission info,
I'll say
and
this,
any
game
other
is
information
really
you
kind
may
of
need.
cute, so it is kind of actually needed.
This is our mission. Missions are basically, well, I guess they're sort of like our objective for the area. It looks like this is a collection mission.
We must collect 3 symbol fragments and make our way to the Beast Temple.
The symbol fragments are in treasure chests found on the altars. The altars are protected by monsters, so the only options are to open the treasure without being seen. Or
Yeah,
defeat the monsters first, then open the treasure.
These are the altar icons. I suggest we first head to each of these icons and open the treasure chests.
Now, this is the icon, which is our final destination.
Okay, now that we've confirmed what our mission...
Wait up,
Final
Asta.
destination.
You forgot one more thing. Okay, this time let's really get going.
Yeah. Shut up. Lens flare! Lens flare! It's like I'm in a, fuck, what's his name? J.J. Abrams movie.
Nice. We found an altar already.
Your life belongs to me!
Once the battle begins, the battle area spreads out like this. The battle area is surrounded by the battle fence, so it's virtually impossible for anyone to escape.
The only way to escape from a battle is with an item called a smoke screen.
Asta and I don't have one right now. Hey, you're not too bad.
Not so difficult.
Yeah, keep it up.
That's it. Just continue fighting like that.
That was nothing.
I love how it goes kind of Zelda on this, but by the fact that you open the treasure chest by just kicking them.
All right, we found another altar. I'll teach you about using skill.
I don't need to know about using skills, I know how to use skills.
This'll be quick.
The regular and combo attacks are just simply skills and... Okay, what you see the 4 panel? You can press the button.
Now try.
All right, perfect.
The skill trigger.
It can also be used.
Aren't you? There is an even more.
Of course I haven't forgotten. There you go.
Very well. Shall we let him play as he wishes?
That's a good idea. All right, Haseo, it's all up to you now.
Fucking quick, quick,
Well, that's that.
Simple fragment.
We got him.
Tiger Blitz!
Well, that's that.
Judges.
Yeah, awesome job. All right, Let's finish off by heading for the Beast Temple.
Okay, now use the map to check your position, just like we taught you.
Fuck you. There's not enough random encounter bosses. In the game as a whole, there's more random encounter. There's another warp gate right here. 40. It's almost like this was made for
This
PS2
is
or
a
something.
statue of Fulset, the god of law. We just call it the Beast statue. But I think in the game's story, it's supposed to be an important god or something. You see that treasure box? That's the offering to the Beast statue. There's a rare item inside of that you can only get in this area.
Go ahead and open it, Haseo.
You sure?
Go ahead, you're still a noob. You need all the help you can get.
Cutscene.
Thanks. What the?
The items in the treasure chest are your rewards.
Yes, and our reward is you.
I love taking out these pathetic noobs. It's really quite fun. Face it, an idiot like you isn't qualified to play this game.
Hey, hold on. I thought you said I could kill this one. Don't you remember? After all, this is my reward!
I kind of wanted to start like that.
Nice try, dear.
How pathetic.
I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Well, what do you expect from a noob who's just logged in for the first time?
Ugh, come on, say something already.
Hello?
How can he? He's dead.
I swear, just pretend to be their friend, and they fall all over themselves to let you PK them. Hey, you're still around, aren't you, kid? Huh? What the?
Welcome to the world.
There's no S. It said 8 months later, not 8 months later.
8 months later.
English are good. Ah! Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. I love her.
Please help me!
What an idiot. Ha!
The terror of death! It's Aseo! The PKK!
What?
Dot hack briefly explained the terror death thing. Because he completed a community like no one else could do. And got that sight. If I remember. It's been a while since I've watched Dot hack. Yeah, it was notorious.
I'm surprised. I didn't think you'd be that strong. I guess this means that the rumor about you killing 100 PKers wasn't a lie after all. Hey, come on, don't look at me like that. Here, let me apologize. So just take it easy, calm down, and die!
Do you know Tri-Edge?
What did you say?
He's a legendary PK shrouded in blue fire. They say players that get killed by him never come back to the game.
Huh? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you actually believe that crap. Those old forum fairy tales. So, you think you can go up against me, the Great Bordeaux, and just walk away like nothing happened?
Yeah, I think I can.
Yep. Yes, he did just behead her.
What the fuck is this video game?
All I gotta say is that, like, I want a an eviscerator like that, you know? Going off on the whole, you know, sisters battle, two-handed chain
So it's you. You, the character that stinks of death. The terror of death. You're the PKK, Haseo.
Shut up, pretty boy!
Players who kill other players are disgraceful. And I agree it's terrible how PKs can just strut around the world so easily these days. But is it right that you PKKs have chosen to use brute force to stop them?
I don't have time for this. Not now.
You have no authority, and it earns you nothing. So why? I am the leader of Moon-Tree's Unit 2.
Makes me
My
feel
friends
good to
call
kill
me
people.
Sakaki, and I'm afraid I cannot overlook your actions.
Did you say Moon-Tree? What's that? The name of a guild? Sorry, Sakaki, but I've already got enough friends. Thanks.
Do you
Shut
always
up, Natalie.
interrupt people like that? You know, Sakaki wasn't finished talking to you yet.
Shino.
If you watch the anime that precedes this,
Atali.
Shino was a character.
Do you know
that
this
looks almost
person?
Exactly like Atali, but instead of green,
no.
it's black.
Atoli.
It's not unusual to meet players with similar characters in an online game like this.
And Shino was one of those people that was killed by Tri-Edge and never returned.
Just a case of mistaken identity.
Hey,
Why is
you.
it because she's in a coma?
Why don't you just... Huh?
The player.
A text
Is in a
message. Delta
Like, the
hidden
premise of this
forbidden
is
waterfall.
Very much
Waiting
the sort
at
of
Arcade Keln. But who sent it?
being able to stab someone in the face over the internet.
Ovan.
Just hold on a moment. Why don't you stop acting like a complete fool? Remember what you PKKs are trying to do. If you succeed, you'll be no different from the PKs themselves.
Self-righteous dickhead. Music for this game is awesome. I'm sorry, I can barely hear you. So give me 1 second.
Ovan.
I tried turning you up so the microphone. Yep, I couldn't hear it. What'd you say?
It's been a long time, Haseo. Or maybe I should call you the Terror of Death. You've gotten quite strong. A lot stronger than you were back then.
Well, I was forced to become stronger. Thanks to
Got it.
you. You. Where have you been?
Haseo, always the reliable one. I knew I could count on you.
I don't think it's getting.
When the Twilight Brigade broke up, why didn't you come then? What have you been doing the last 6 months?
was busy.
I don't hear myself.
It was such a small seed. I needed to find out what was growing inside.
I got a point.
And there was only
And
one
that is kind
way
of
to find
disorienting,
out.
so yeah.
That's why I decided to raise it.
Yeah, so you can always go back.
You raised it? What are you talking about, Ovan?
I'm speaking figuratively.
When you suddenly disappeared, we all just... Why did you disappear like that? After that, Shino...
Ovan was the leader of a guild, and yeah.
Haseo, do you want to know about Tri-Edge?
Wait, you know Tri-Edge?
6 months now, and Shino hasn't come back to the world since Tri-Edge killed her. Meanwhile, the real-life
there's
Shino
been
is
several
lying in a
series,
coma,
so they've had several
and no one
main
seems to know the reason
But,
why.
main character for this is,
Tri-Edge.
Haseo.
He is not a normal PK.
So you knew about Shino?
Yes, but that's all that I know. But if you were able to find Tri-Edge, you might learn something about Shino's coma.
You may also learn more about what really happened that day. And if you were somehow able to defeat Triage,
then maybe Shino would come out of the coma.
If my information is correct, he will be back today.
That's well, that's
at the scene
character
of the crime.
you meet later on.
The scene of the crime.
Voiced by Johnny
You mean
Bosch. The
Delta
voice actor
Hidden
voiced,
Forbidden
Bash in
Holy
Trigon.
Ground. The place where Shino was killed.
the whole Grand's Cathedral? Yes, finally.
He's a good character.
I'll get my chance.
I like Pi the most, though.
I swear I'll bring Shino back. I'll do it, Ovan.
Yes. You and I. We're the only ones who could possibly bring her back.
Quit grooming
The
Haseo.
only ones.
Fucking Ovan.
Ovan?
I'll meet you at the Holy Ground. There are some things I must do.
Yeah. There's a reason for it, but you only find out at the end of the second one. The second volume.
He will be back today.
Well,
At the
he's not
scene of
actually
the
a main
crime.
character. He only shows up sparingly.
Triage is coming here.
Holgrom Cathedral there has actually been a location that's been in every .hack series. In fact, actually, the music from it, when you go into it here for this cutscene, is the same as the music from the first game. Not the first game, first anime series, actually.
They say there used to be a statue of a girl here.
Yes. Aurora,
A girl?
I think. I don't remember her name. Shit.
That's right.
It's been a long time since
She
I
was
watched
called
this.
Aura.
Oh, Aura. That's it. Yeah.
I wonder, why'd she disappear?
Who knows?
She's the god of the world.
Maybe she
created
just
by
lost her interest.
The corporation that originally
Lost hope for
created
this
the game.
world.
And
What's that sound?
She is part of the whole thing about being able to put people into biofeedback. Now, if you played the previous games, this character would look like one of the previous characters in one of the previous games called Kite. Everyone's calling him Triage, and
Triage?
you can see why.
You bastard!
Feels pretty good. It's not actually coming out of
Damn. What the hell? What the hell are you? This guy killed Shino. It's not over yet!
Huh? What the? I was fighting Tri-Edge. But then... Damn it, I can't remember. Huh? I don't remember doing that. Reformatted? What's going on? What about my emails? Huh? What the hell? I would never delete these. They're all gone? Even the emails I got from Shino. Everything's been reformatted. What the hell is going on? An email? Fine, let's take a look. Ovan?
There are two paths for you. One of these will lead to the safety and shame, and it is a path where you give up the world and never log in again. The other path leads you to peril and pride. It is a path where you continue the world and resume your search for the truth. Let me be blunt, the latter path is torturous and will threaten both your mind and your body. Once you've chosen it, there will be no turning back. If you still choose to walk this path, then there will come a time when you and I will meet once again in the world. When that time comes, I will say to you, or say once again, once again say this to you, welcome to the world.
Trial and truth. Whether or not I should quit the world? You should know better, Ovan. I'm gonna go back to the world. And then, I'm gonna get Shino back, no matter what!
News capture. Free streaming. We'll investigate the hottest topics for you. Welcome to Online Jack, a no-holds-barred information program which gives you the hottest topics. Our star reporter, Salvatore Aihara, will bring you the dirt on what you want to know. And here's the latest week's Jack target, Doll Syndrome. Doll Syndrome is the mysterious illness that is secretly spreading amongst the elementary school students. Our Online Jack investigators will lock down the Taichiro Sugai, and noted professor and author of the online games are turning our children into dolls. The dangers of Doll Syndrome. Okay, everyone, let's call our Salvatore Aihara.
This is Salvatore Aihara's Online Jack. We investigate the hottest controversies in today's news. The in-your-face, hard-hitting show. Welcome to Online Jack. Okay, get ready, all you netizens out there. Today's Jack target is Doll Syndrome. Have you heard of it? It's the mystery illness that's spreading like wildfire among grade schoolers. It causes verbal and mental defects that leave victims non-responsive. That's right, this disease turns children into lifeless dolls. Oh no! But we'll fight back. To combat this earth-shattering crisis, we at Online Jack started an investigation. I, Salvatore Aihara, will save the world! It's called Doll Syndrome, a truly mysterious illness. Some scientists tell us the cause is endocrine-disrupting chemicals, but what I want to showcase here is this book. Internet games are turning our kids into dolls. A warning about Doll Syndrome. Taiichiro Sugai, a professor from Takayama University, wrote the book and lives here. According to his book, Doll Syndrome's root cause is none other than online games. Online games. Famous games such as The World, perhaps. I love them too, but he says that online games and their more than 12 million participants all living out their virtual dreams are the cause. You'll remember that several years ago, the World game was found to be responsible for players being put into a coma. Could it be that it's also causing the dreaded doll syndrome? Are these online games nothing but a blight upon our society? If the professor feels that way, then let's see what he has to say. Let us begin the interview.
What do you want? You know how late it is?
Hey there, I'm the host of Online Jack, Salvador Aihara. I have a few questions about your book, Online Games Are Turning Our Kids into Dolls, a warning about doll syndrome. Can you believe this guy? Open up, Professor Sugai. We want to talk to you.
You've just come to make fun of my book, haven't you? Get away from here!
If you don't explain yourself on camera, sir, you'll make yourself look even more suspicious.
I don't have to explain myself. All I did was publish the results of my own independent research.
How you say independent research, but isn't it true that your sources themselves are questionable?
Not as questionable as you!
Well then, prove to us that your sources are credible. If you do, we won't bother you anymore, Professor.
Oh! Give me a break. Who would believe you? And another thing, I'm an associate professor.
Okay.
Well, we were turned down by Associate Professor Sugai, but to follow our own independent research, we went undercover into the very elementary school that Sugai was investigating. This is the elementary school where Associate Professor Sugai was conducting his study on doll syndrome. Is a killer disease stalking the children of this ordinary elementary school? Let's take a look. Hey there, boys and girls. There's no need to fear. Salvador Aihara is here.
Who are you? We're in the middle of class.
Oh, what is this vision of loveliness that graces our presence? Hello, senorita. You and I can save the world together. Viva Salvador!
Get out of here, you creep!
Here we are in the teacher's lounge. I haven't been to one of these since the days when I used to peep under girls' skirts.
If you want to film in here, you need to get permission first.
But the whole purpose of the show is it's undercover.
You entertainment people have no decency.
You're so beautiful when you're angry.
Stop that. What are you investigating?
Doll syndrome. Miss Michiru Tajima, teacher of 4th grade class 1.
I think it's kind of interesting is that there are stuff like this in the game. Like, there's news and forums and shit like that that you have to read through. It really fleshes out the world. Yep. 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 R2 breaks the 12 million mark. Thanks to the support of the many fans, the world will celebrate its 10th anniversary this year. CyberConnect Japan, hereafter referred to as CC Corp, today announced that the online RPG The World R2 reaches 12 million copies in sales worldwide. CyberConnect Japan announced today that the popular online game The World R2 has sold 12 million copies worldwide. CC Corp's other products include The World, Fate Must Die, Person, and Kurukuru Michi. The World R2 is an online game set in the fantasy world where humans and beasts live together. Players become world-renowned adventurers and travel around killing monsters and discovering the world's secrets. As recently as a few years ago, shares in the world were at an all-time low due to the emergence of new developers. On top of that, the world was completely shut down after the data was lost in a disastrous fire at CC Corp headquarters. Amid the chaos and the compensation issues that resulted from those events, CC Corp announced the sequel, The World R2, Most people deemed it to be a desperate plea for attention, and many analysts declared that R2 would fail miserably. However, the figures shown today are proving that the world is as popular as ever. CC Corp seems confident. Watch us overcome the problems we've encountered on our previous title. It seems everyone will be watching the world for some time to come. See today. New space station nearing completion. It's been 5 years since the space station Evolution was completed and the second station was announced. The International Space Station, built with the cooperation of America, Japan, the EU, Russia, and China, is finally nearing completion. Initially, it was projected to launch in 2017. In contrast, the Evolution, which was currently being used as a space laboratory, the new space station is planned to use in the construction of moon bases, exploration of Mars, and the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
With the participation of Japan and many other countries, the International Space Station, slated for completion in 2017, is nearly done. As large as a soccer stadium, this fully manned facility will be used for various types of research in a deep space environment.
I think Scribe would get kind of a kick out of this because, you know, it has video clips, but you have to click on them. They don't just automatically play when you go into the news article. Yep. Nation unified on citizen numbering system. The administration relations bill was passed with a majority vote. With this, the digitization of our government approaches its final stages. Starting this month, all local servers managed by regional governments will be frozen, and all the various ID rules used by self-governing bodies will be identified to the federal government's specifications. In addition, it will become required for all governing bodies to adopt the numbering system and for all citizens to wear their own number at all times for administrative purposes. This system introduced a speed-up government process by conducting them online is already being used in online banking, shopping, and other sites. By using a receiver placed in one's home, all Japanese citizens will be able to use their cell phones or mobile computers to access a variety of services from anywhere in the country. Yet, in spite of the incredible conveniences we have today, the system has met with severe opposition. Recently, the Independent Japan Party won many seats in the lower house of the Diet because of their popular position to abandon the bill altogether. Calls for all political parties to discuss the bill are still continuing, and the problem has attracted a lot of media attention. Mr. Koji, chief editor of weekly magazine Netwatcher, had this to say: "It is true that this system will make things very convenient. When you compare the time when the bill was first approved to now, the encryption technology has made huge leaps. The NAB, Network Administration Bureau, has been established and some semblances of order have been brought to the internet. There are far fewer data leaks, and at first glance it would appear that there are no problems whatsoever. However, take a moment to think. In exchange for IT advancements and a more convenient lifestyle, we've been reduced to being identified by a 15-digit combination. There is no different from the ear tags placed on cows and horses to tell them apart. It's no wonder people are opposed to this degrading system. Despite all this, the system has made it through the legal processes and will soon be part of our lives. Will there ever come a day when we will welcome it? Daily Hochi."
The Online Administration Act received a majority vote of the ruling party, meaning the adoption of the citizen numbering system seems to be inevitable. As a result, the process of converting to an electronic government has overcome its final hurdle.
Games to blame for juvenile delinquency? I'm a hero. These are the words written on a sketchbook found by a young boy's school bag. The recent outbreak of juvenile delinquency is said to be the effect of video games, according to experts. Games have far better graphics compared to novels, and comics and games are interactive. It's easy for children to see themselves as the protagonist of their favorite games. This is a dangerous phenomenon. For example, what would happen if a child were to play an extreme action game and he began to believe that he was the main character? He could possibly act in real life the same way that he would act in the game. It frightens me just thinking about the consequences of that. There are several cases of parents, both game influencing assailants and their victims, suing game companies, claiming that they are somehow responsible for making children into criminals, or somehow responsible for their child's death. However, the game companies respond by saying, "We have implemented a perfectly good rating system for our games, and that no one is allowed to buy them without proper identification. Perhaps the ones who are truly to blame are the parents who allow the children to buy such games." A friend of one of the victims had this to say: "You can't just blame one problem on, or you can't blame the problem on one thing. It's more complex than that. Everyone involved has to share the blame. Game makers, parents, and even myself are no exception. We should all realize this and stop pointlessly arguing. After all, it's not like arguing will help bring back what was lost. OM times." Yep. I think the first game was in 2004. I think. Let me check. Let me pull this up. I've got my computer right here. In the meantime, I'll just continue going with these. CC Japan announces new model of M2D. CyberConnect Japan announced a new model of M2D, micro monocle display. The M2D has developed a new generation of HMDs, head-mounted displays. Previous models have suffered from various imbalances, such as high-performance technology in a heavy and awkward helmet, or goggle types that were lacking in audiovisual capabilities. However, this new generation of HMD features are all the comfort and light goggle display together with AV performance that outperforms previous helmet types. It features a standard 1280 by 1020 full-color projection display complete with transparency option and high-quality audio immersion thanks to its new Omnisphere system. Its default usage in monocle mode, a mode where the screen is displayed on only one lens, but is also capable of switching into double lens mode, allowing one to enjoy full immersive virtual world. Customer service is also excellent with regular updates and complementary software. I personally recommend the software automatic broad interpretation. It allows you to select objects in front of you and provides easy access to information about them. It's already selected as the standard equipment for CC's Japan's online game The World R2. Plans for it to be used in other company projects are said to be in the works and is still a bit pricey. Its suggested price of $420, but is worth it, and I can't wait for its release.
Display your world. For business or for entertainment, the new M2D Micro Monocle display now on sale. Once you're freed from your mobile, the net opens up in front of your eyes.
Yeah, I know, right? Like there is the Oculus Rift and all sorts of other virtual reality stuff. Yep. Like I said before. Yeah. I would say if it were like that, then fuck yeah, man, I would definitely own that. But okay. New York and back in a day, ASST service begins. Today marked a significant launch of ASST, short for Advanced Supersonic Travel. Since its uses of Concords was abandoned more than 10 years ago, Japan and Europe have cooperated in developing the first usable ASST model. The plane seats 250 people and possesses the cruising range of 10,000 kilometers and can fly from Tokyo to New York in roughly 4 hours, a considerable reduction in the current 14-hour trip. Although a day trip to New York City is no longer a mere dream, to make this dream come true will require some serious cash. A current price for a one-way New York-Tokyo ticket is 3,200 yen, or roughly $30,000. A round trip is double that. It's enough to make the old, expensive Concorde prices feel like pocket change in comparison. However, there appears to be no shortage of people desperately seeking tickets despite the high prices. The moment ASST flights were announced, the new Ace Airlines phones began ringing off the hook with requests for the tickets, caused the phone lines to become jammed. One NAA employee remarked that he just hopes his company can keep going at this rate. A one-year round-trip Concorde flight between London and New York would cost around $9,000 to $13,000.
The supersonic passenger jet, ASST, which can attain speeds of over Mach 3, has been officially commissioned. As a result, the amount of time it takes to fly from Tokyo to New York has been shortened from 14 hours to just 4 hours.
Gotta love those suborbital flights, right? .hack GU Rebirth Volume 1 was released in 2006. So 6 years before Gamergate. Outdoor introverts. It wasn't long ago that the word introvert referred to someone who would spend most of their day cooped up in their room playing online games. But now, advances in mobile technology have given birth to a new type of introvert known as the outdoor introverts, who play online games wherever they go. These introverts insist that they are healthier than the indoor counterparts because they spend more time outside, but their refusal to let go of their mobile devices, whether they're traveling to work or school, shopping, eating out, or even going on a date, is unnatural. One of these introverts, John Doe, a 20-year-old college student, says, "Nothing I do in the real world feels real. It's so much more satisfying to complete a quest with your friends together online." For them, online games are more than just entertainment. If anything, their meal times and errands only serve as something to do in between game sessions. And now, these people are outside being introverts like it's completely natural.
In the old days, when people thought of an online junkie, they envisioned someone locked in their room, glued to their computer 24 hours a day. But today, due to radical improvements in mobile devices, network games can be enjoyed outside and have given rise to a whole new breed of online junkies.
Yeah. They're just gonna get really, really comfortable chairs. Death by gaming, a worldwide epidemic. Incidents of players dying from playing online games too long are increasing around the world. In most cases, players die from heart failure due to extreme exhaustion after playing the game for 30 hours straight. One college student was enjoying a game on the internet cafe when he suddenly collapsed. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The student was a well-known player of the online game The World and was reportedly leveling up his character in preparation for a title match in the arena, an online series of gladiatorial-like battles. There have also been incidents of players dying from too much excitement after losing an arena match, placing greater focus on the problem of the online game addiction. Co-op communications. Deleted data. Yeah, so have I. Yeah. There's the problem is that there's some Asian online cafes actually have complete and total separation from like other people. So like, you know, it's not just playing at a station where people can come around and see you. No, like they rent out a room. Maybe. Deleted data, ongoing grudges. Some people have said that in a flash, the world was gone. It was been 2 years since the largest online game ever, The World, with 20 million copies sold worldwide, was taken offline. It was around this time that CyberConnect Japan, hereby referred to as CC Corp, had a fire at its headquarters. As the extent of the damage caused by the fire, which was wiped out all of the world's data, became increasingly apparent, CC Corp's leaders held a rather somber press conference. The game program, character data, and cyber data were all reduced to ashes, and what was left was a drenched in water used to put out the fire. This happened after a string of break-ins, which were meant that the usage of the mega float had just been stopped. All backup data was in the company headquarters. Online data has been recognized as property for many years. But unlike antiquities, jewelry, and other tangible objects, the moment data is damaged or disappears, it loses its worth forever. Even now, the voices of those seeking their lost property can be heard, but CC Corp refuses to budge from their unwavering attitude of it's gone and it ain't coming back. After now 2 years since the incident, there appears to be no end of the discussions about online data, personal property, and protection, even from the immense release of the World R2. That's actually going to be important here in a second. Ubiquitous families surpass 70%. The Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare announces today that according to the latest Japanese census, that a number of ubiquitous families have surpassed 70% of the population. Ubiquitous is the Latin word meaning present everywhere. It refers to the third generation of computers. The first generation was mainframe, one computer per household, and the second was the personal computer, one for each family member. In the current third generation, using a computer in daily life has become almost as natural as eating. We can connect to the internet without effort and even conscious thought, anywhere, anytime. Home electronics are now managed by a personal home server, and we are now able to watch over everything, from the contents of our refrigerator to the temperature of our bathtubs, programming TV shows into our HD recorders, and even checking if our doors are properly locked from any terminal anywhere, including our cell phones. Furthermore, progress made in voice and handwriting recognition has opened up computers to a more active, flexible method of working, and the users are no longer ruled by the strict list of settings managed by a machine. While it comes as no surprise that most active members of the ubiquitous family are in their 20s, that is surprising that the next group is made up of senior citizens. The ministry reports that the main reason for this is the added simplicity such connectivity allows the elderly in managing their homes. Co-op communications. So, we'll stop with the news for now and go back into the world, right? Now, remember what I said about the whole fact that the whole data is personal property thing. Log in. You remember what Haseo looked like before his encounter with Tri-Edge?
What's going on? Why is my equipment different? What the? I'm back at level 1? What about my items? My member list? My equipment?
He killed him so hard, he leveled him down to level 1.
Gone. It's all gone. My whole character has been completely reformatted.
Hey, did you see that guy just now? With the really weird arm? Totally!
Arm? Ovan? He would know something about this.
Alright, and with that, we'll call it for now. Everyone, I hope you had a good time. For people watching in the future, this is .hackGU. I might play this as a series on my channel, but yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. There's apparently a new volume that didn't come out back in 2006, so yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye! figure out how to fucking stop it. Where?